Hey, it's Bill, and I'm in the middle of cooking this big, huge meal here, and I got really hungry, and nothing's ready to eat, so I'm taking a little break, and I'm like, well, if I'm taking a break to cook something to eat, let's see in reality what kind of things I'm playing with, and how you can just throw something together with stuff that I was already had out for my meal. I mean, I got dirty dishes in the sink, I got stuff on the stove here, so also I wanted to kind of experiment with this. So I'm going to make a really quick little frittata. You know, I always think of frittata as an omelet you don't fold, right? So first thing I'd like to do is I kind of a one pan thing, because this is not fancy, this is just what I want to eat because I'm hungry. So I got a little asparagus that was left over from what I was making, and I got it in the pan, and we're just going to let it just sear just a little bit. Yeah, I just melted some butter in here. Tell you the honest truth, it was like a dirty pan I wiped out, okay, because I was cooking something else. But just fine. It's perfectly legit. And you're probably like, man, that's a small pan. You always use big pans. Well, yeah, but guess what? I'm just making a little something to eat so I don't pass out while I'm doing the other video. So if you notice, this is egg stuff, so guess what? Nothing better than a spatula. Nylon, rubber, whatever you want, or whatever these things are made out of. And this is my antique that had to re-glue because it fell apart. And actually I had to research it, like what glue is like food safe. Alright. Crackling in here a little bit, so I'm just going to flavor it up with a little bit of pepper. That's funny, I mentioned the other day that my big pepper grinder was running low, so I haven't had a chance to refill it, so it's just my backup. Okay, now we got some stuff going here. So, and I got just a little bit of onion, just some yellow onion, because I think you always have to have onion. Amazing, it already smells good, right? It was really smoky in here earlier, and I was frying stuff, and I'm telling you, ooh, my eyes are watering. I'm also watching this pot, because that's the main event, so I got that done. I just turned it off so I didn't forget about it. Asparagus is a great little green, and I guess growing up I didn't like it because back in the day when we boiled everything, they called it steaming, but I tell you it was submerged in water and boiled, okay? But just a little bit of kind of roasting in a pan, a little butter, it's all good, right? So when that finishes up, just crack some eggs. It's nothing worse than being in the middle of a project and you're like, man, I should have had breakfast. And I don't Grubhub, DoorDash, or whatever. I would never pay that kind of money for food. I keep a pretty well stocked kitchen, pantry. Oops. Let's check this out. Oh yeah, everything's got a little color to it now. So I had earlier cooked up a little pancetta. Actually, it was for the other recipe. And I'm just going to throw it in here just to get it hot again. I'm already thinking that this is going to be really good. Alright, so age-old argument. Do you put milk in with when you scramble eggs or beat eggs? Actually, it helps break it down, but you only want a little bit, otherwise it really ruins it. So I just put like a tablespoon in. It's like, oh, it makes the eggs heavy, it ruins it. That's a wives' tale, you never put it in. But it really does help break it down. So it's just like scrambled eggs. You don't have to beat them to death. I'm just mixing everything together. And guess what? They don't have to be perfect. Only thing I do like, I don't know where I ever started this, but I like putting a little dill. I don't have any fresh, so guess what? This will do just fine. This looks scrumptious. Okay. So what do we got here? I want to let that sit a little bit. And while that's kind of setting up, I got just a few little leaves of spinach here, baby spinach. Just take some of the stems off. Don't really have to. It's going to kind of shrivel up. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, you just want to work around the edge, just like you would with an omelet. Tilt it, let the egg flow. Got a little piece of cheese here, Swiss cheese, whatever. And you don't want to just like destroy it in cheese because you need to let the moisture out. And if you melt a lot of cheese on top, it's just going to kind of seal in the moisture. Alright, So as you can see, I've got some decent color. I don't know if you can see that. Oops. Don't want to tear it, which I just did. But for demonstration purposes, I want to show you. So the heat's going to have really kind of done this whole thing, and you know, this is frittata aren't meant to be like, they're so different. You know, it's almost like an egg pie without a crust. So you just want it in its natural state. Just want to keep it cooked long enough that you really set up the egg. And I can kind of dig around and see that, you know, the egg is about 99% cooked here. Smells really good. It's going to taste really good. Got all that good stuff in there. Turn off the burner so I don't burn myself. And as you can see, you literally can serve it just like that. Now obviously you'd normally be making frittata for a bunch of people, so it'd be this big huge monstrosity thing. But you can see that the spinach is kind of wilted in there, the cheese is melted, and all is happy. I let it sit for a minute just because it is really darn hot in there. And you can dig in just the way it is. And now maybe I can show you better. See, look at that beautiful color. Yeah, and this is just something really easy. I mean, it took me just a couple minutes to make this. So, try stuff like this. You're hungry, you want something to eat, just grab a couple eggs, whatever veggies you got, whatever you need to cook, and throw it all together. And this is quick and easy. Thank you for your time. Do like you always do, subscribe, comment, ring the notification bell, and I'll see you again. Have a great day.